guys, it's Jordan. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you all of the books, movies, and TV shows I plan to read and watch in October. First, let's go ahead and start with the books. So this month, being that it is Halloween, I'm kind of in the mood for murder, mystery, suspense, thriller type of book. I don't own any, so that's an issue. I think a piece of dust just flew into my eye. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to any of these this month, but these are books that I like really want to read. They're all kind of in that vein of Halloween themed type reads. If I can get my hands on these this month, these are the books that I definitely want to read. The first one being First We Were Four by Alexandra Sirowy. This I first heard about on Lala from Books and Lala's channel. She loved this book. I know that Lala is very critical of her murder mystery suspense novels. The fact that she loved and praised this so highly makes me even more inclined to want to pick it up. It follows a group of kids who decide to create a cults for their friend group. After they create the cult, it kind of branches out to their town. They want to get in on the action and it starts to unravel from there. I've been wanting to read this for a couple months. I've been waiting till now because I feel like it's the perfect fall Halloween read. Next, I have two books from the same author and I will read really whichever one I can get my hands on. And the first one is Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. This one follows two estranged sisters. More than 20 years prior to the start of the novel, the two sisters' youngest sister vanished without a trace. Since that event, the two older sisters have not spoken, now leading very different lifestyles. One of them is a glamorous trophy wife in Atlanta, and the other one is dating an ex-con and struggles to make ends meet and is a single mother. Unexpectedly, the sister that is married to the millionaire husband is murdered. There are some circumstances surrounding his death that hark back to the way that their youngest sister vanished over 20 years ago, having to come together and form this very wary truce to figure out what happened to both the husband and their youngest sister. Everything about that sounds so gripping and so exciting. I love when there's two different storylines from two totally different time periods that end up meeting, intersecting, and causing a crazy event within the characters' lives. And so I'm really want to read this one too. And the other one by Karen Slaughter is The Good Daughter. 28 years ago, two sisters' happy small town family life was torn apart by an attack on their family home. Their mother was left dead and their father was devastated by the event. And then the book takes place 20 years after that home invasion, and one of the daughters has followed in her father's footsteps to become a defense attorney. Another event happens that sends this small town into turmoil again, and it brings up old secrets from the daughter's past. She's the first one on the scene, and the scene is a little bit too familiar to what her family went through nearly 30 years prior.
Sorry, I have like blind lines across me. Let's see if I turn. Nope. Now I'm directly in the sun. Alright guys, I'm trying to find the angle where there's no sunlight. I picked the worst time of day to do this. Is that better?
But again, it's another novel by the same author that has two different storylines that converge and connect in some way and will affect the characters' lives. Next on my list is The Roanoke Girls by Amy Engel. And this one I heard both Lala from Books and Lala and Sarah from Sarah That H talk about. So the main character, when she was 15 years old, her mother committed suicide, so she went to live with her grandparents and her cousin on their estate in Kansas. She knows very little about her mother's extended family. And when she discovers the truth, it scares her so much that she runs away. And now 11 years later, one of her cousins that she grew very close to that summer she spent in Roanoke with her grandparents, she's gone missing. So she's having to go back to Roanoke to help find her missing cousin and confront some of the secrets that she fled from like 10 years prior. So obviously, again, two timelines, lots of secrets, causes a ripple effect through the characters' lives. I'm into it. And the last one I have on this list is Lair Dreams by Libba Bray. I really want to listen to the audiobook for this one, which is why I haven't read it yet. I read The Diviners last year around this time and I really enjoyed it, but after I finished it, I was like, man, I really wish I would have listened to that on audiobook because you hear so many wonderful things about the audiobook for this series. It's the perfect Halloween, October, fall creepy read. Our main character, Evie, goes to live with her uncle in New York City. He runs an occult museum. Evie learns that she has these special powers. She starts to meet other people in New York City who have similar powers to her own. I think the second book has to do with like dream walkers that attach you in your sleep, which really kind of terrifies me, like that sounds like a whole lot of Freddy Krueger business, right? Is that the one, Nightmare on Elm Street? Is that Freddy Krueger? I've heard it's not as good as the first book, but still incredibly enjoyable. The third book just came out. So those are the books that I really want to get to this month. Like I said, I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to read any of these, being that I don't actually own any of them. We'll see if I can get my hands on any of those books, but that's like my ideal creepy October spooky TBR. So let's go ahead and talk about new releases. So as for new releases, there are a lot of really good ones coming out in October. I talked about all of them in my most anticipated releases of fall video, but there's none that I feel really inclined to purchase now. If you want to see what I am interested in this month, I will go ahead and link whole fall anticipated releases video and you can check out my picks there. Let's go ahead and talk about movies. There are no movies coming out in October either that I'm really dying to see. October tends to be the month of spooky, horror, paranormal things. I don't like any of those types of things at all. I have no desire to see anything that comes out in October. As for TV shows this month, there is one that I really want to get to. Fuller House Season 3 just came out on Netflix. Didn't even know that it came out until maybe a week ago, and I haven't had time to watch it yet. I will be reading. I'm not gonna read this, I'm gonna watch it. I'm definitely gonna be getting to this month. Aside from that, I don't really have any other big TV plans. I know a ton of TV shows are coming back. I'm not even caught up on anything from last season. I'm definitely not starting anything new. I did see one TV show trailer. I think it was a new X-Men type TV show. What was that called? The Gifted? That looks really good and that I'm really interested in, but I don't think I'm actually going to get to it this month. So that is it. Those are all of my plans for October. I would love to hear what you guys plan to read and watch this month in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I'll talk to you very soon. Bye!